Today's show will be about some very important news that could make XRP the digital currency of the future in Europe. A lot of people have talked about whether or not the European Union agrees with the crazy estimate that one XRP is worth $60,000. By making things easier, this change is meant to make it easier for the huge number of transactions that will be handled through this route. Anyone in the US who is familiar with digital assets knows that XRP has the ability to become the digital euro, and the main way that the euro and other people buy and sell digital currencies. This is the most important subject we're talking about today. Welcome back, and thanks for coming back to the best place to find out about the latest news in XRP. One last thing I'd like to ask you before we talk about the great news for today. Please show us some love if you like what we've done. In order to join our great group, click the like button, make sure you are subscribed to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Now, in order to share some good news, we are about to give away a large amount of XRP as we get closer to 60,000 members. The process of joining is very easy. There are only 3 steps to follow. Find out as soon as possible more about this. You should not miss this chance. Make sure that the word money side is in your thoughts and notes if you want to be in the drawing for the prize. The big picture mind behind Ripple Labs is this person. The story behind this book and Chris Elson came up with an interesting idea. Several times, he said that XRP is almost ready to become the global bridge currency. One thing that makes this interesting is that it can be used in different ways. Ripple's XRP can be used with 3 different types of digital money: the euro, the yen, and the dollar. There is no reason for you to change to a different one. The currency that will be used for these transfers is meant to be XRP. Imagine being able to change a digital euro into XRP and then back again. As quickly as possible, get back to dollars. XRP is what makes the link. This episode talks about a lot of things, like how the French central bank picked XRP as the base for the digital euro, and how the Digital Euro Association praised Ripple. Forbes even said that he thought XRP could be worth $60,000 in the future. This really important information is what is being talked about right now. We need to talk about the facts. The real goal of Bitcoin was to create a new currency that didn't need a central bank to back it up. Because of this, Bitcoin can be seen as a way to store value. The idea behind Ripple is very different from other ideas. We are using the same cutting-edge technology, but this time we are building a web of value exchange that doesn't depend on money transfers. With Ripple, you don't have to move to a different virtual currency in order to use it. It works with all kinds of currencies like real, dollars, euros, yuan, and more. In addition to having a currency built on math that works the same way, for Bitcoin, Ripple's main job is to make things doable. We think that most people will use Ripple with money they already have, like dollars, euros, or yen. The work with Ripple has made the process of bringing the digital euro to market go much faster than it ever has. There has been a big change. An interesting thing happened in the world of software creation not long ago. Less than 3 days ago, a big step forward was made. Because of this thanks to new technology, digital euro transfers can now be done offline on devices that are already in use. This makes these payments much more accessible. A lot of work has been done, so it's clear that the digital euro is getting closer and closer to becoming a reality. Ripple Labs has been very helpful in the growth of the company. It is because of this growth that the Digital Euro Group recently gave Ripple high marks for its work. Because of these events that have happened since then, the price of XRP has been going up and down in strange ways. Because of the fact that these changes are happening at the same time as progress in the digital euro and Ripple. Both buyers and cryptocurrency fans are paying close attention to these developments. A lot of people have been talking about the recent changes in the price of XRP, and a lot of them think that these changes aren't just due to technical issues. A lot of people think that the big price increases are really due to more action and volume on the XRP ledger than they are. The price of XRP went up a huge amount just 3 days ago, hitting an amazing $42,441. This was the 3rd biggest increase in history. Its whole past. A well-known person in the neighborhood who goes by the name Jack the Rippler told people about this matter. He said that the price of XRP going up to more than $5,700 was one of the strangest things that had happened. At the same time, a new competitor, the Crypto Trade Fund token, went up to $267 on the XRP ledger right after it was released. For those who don't know, the Crypto Trade Fund coin has become a major player in the cryptocurrency market very quickly. It became the most successful in just 6 days. XRP became the most important token on the system and rose to the top of the ranks. People are very excited about the fact that it will start in less than 3 days, even though it has already gotten a lot of attention. Early buyers have a great chance right now during the pre-sale, especially since the total number of tokens available is limited to $120 million. There aren't enough goods, which means there could be a supply shock after the pre-sale, which is what Jack the Ripper said would happen. Eventually, he said, prices might go above $267. Even though some people might think this is just a bug, he was scared that it could mean the start of a new wave of rich. Even so, it's impossible to stress enough how important it is to do your own study. The clear message is being sent by the way things are right now. What you need to do is right now because things are changing. Since this is the case, it wasn't a surprise when Forbes said that XRP is worth around $60,000. In light of the fact that the XRP system keeps getting more deals, this is even more true. Think about the VAR different forces that are at work. Whether XRP is bought, sold, or transferred, gas fees are charged for every transaction on the ledger. Because these costs only happen in the XRP setting, they cause XRP tokens to be destroyed, which lowers the supply. Take a look at how things are now. A lot of people are interested in XRP these days. Because XRP is useful, more and more governments, banking companies, central banks, and CBDCs are using it. There are more and more people who are using the XRP method. That being said, the Crypto Trade Fund and other groups are choosing XRPL because its gas fees have been cut by a large amount. Because of all the extra activity that is happening, because the record is being used, a lot of XRP is being burned to pay for gas fees. There has been a big rise in the market for XRP while the supply has been going down because of the burn-off. Should this be the case, then each XRP coin should be worth more. At the very least, we are seeing the start of a trend that suggests the value of XRP may go up by a lot. Even though this trend might not show up for a while, the fact that it exists shows that many people think XRP will